Hello friends. Welcome to my channel. Hope all are doing fine and enjoying. Electric vehicles are becoming more and more popular and are considered as green vehicles. But are they truly green? Are we at par with Europe in parameters such as EV's growth, its infrastructure? So let's have a quick overlook. What is a green vehicle? A green vehicle is any vehicle that produces fewer harmful effects on the environment compared to conventional vehicles, which typically run on gasoline or diesel. These include electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, hydrogen-powered vehicles, and those using renewable fuels like biodiesel. Green vehicles produce lesser air pollution and carbon footprints through technologies like electric and hybrid engines. Lower emissions, EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, significantly reducing air pollution and improving air quality. Energy efficiency, electric motors are more efficient than internal combustion engines, leading to better energy use per kilometer. Lower running costs, EVs are cheaper to run compared to conventional vehicles due to lower fuel and maintenance costs. Government incentives, many governments offer subsidies and tax breaks to encourage the purchase of EVs. EVs lower emissions, improve energy efficiency, reduce running costs, and benefit from government incentives such as subsidies attracting more consumers to EV market. Higher initial cost, EVs typically have a higher upfront cost than conventional vehicles due to expensive battery technology. Limited charging infrastructure, charging stations, especially in developing countries like India, are not as widespread as gas stations. Range anxiety, some people fear that the EV's range might not be sufficient for long trips, especially with less availability of fast charging stations. Battery disposal, while EVs reduce air pollution, the production and disposal of batteries can have environmental impacts. High upfront costs, limited infrastructure, and concerns about battery production make adoption challenging. Moreover, kilometers per charging is also concern area. From studies, it has been proved by ADAC that average 14.5% electricity used for charging never reaches to car's battery. This is an energy loss while converting AC to DC. While EVs produce fewer emissions during their use, the overall environmental impact depends on the energy used to charge them and how they are manufactured. Battery production, mining for materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel can have negative environmental and human rights impacts. Electric grid, in places where electricity comes from coal or other fossil fuels, the environmental benefits of EVs are reduced. EVs are not fully green if electricity comes from fossil fuels or if battery production is not sustainable. Note, in Europe, Germany has more coal-based energy production against Norway renewable energy. In Germany, where coal still plays a significant role in electricity generation, EVs are not as green as in Norway, which relies heavily on hydropower. Please note that Germany still produces more coal energy whereas Norway its reverse. Is the higher cost of EVs justifiable? Yes, in the long run, the cost is offset by savings on fuel and maintenance. Additionally, as battery technology improves, costs are expected to decrease. Some cars might be expensive upfront, but owners save money on fuel and maintenance over the vehicle's lifetime. Government subsidies can also help offset the higher initial cost. Though expensive, EVs save money on fuel and maintenance in the long run, justifying the cost. In India, EV market is still growing though infrastructure is limited. Government provides financial incentives, but adoption is slower due to higher initial costs and lack of charging infrastructure. In case of Europe, Norway and the Netherlands have been very aggressive in promoting EVs. Norway, for example, saw EVs make up more than 50% of all new car sales in recent years. Strong government incentives, better infrastructure, and a greater focus on renewable energy sources. Europe leads with better EV adoption due to strong infrastructure and incentives, while India is still developing with fewer charging stations. Now the question is, should common Indian man buy EV? For urban areas with short commutes, EVs make sense due to lower running costs and government incentives. However, for rural areas or those with long commutes, the lack of charging infrastructure may pose problems. No doubt, EV adoption will grow as infrastructure improves and battery costs decrease. EVs are not perfect but represent a significant step toward reducing emissions and promoting sustainability. The decision to buy one should be based on individual circumstances, like commute distance, availability of charging infrastructure, and long-term savings. No doubt, EVs are key to reducing emissions and an important step towards sustainability, but their environmental benefit depends on addressing issues like energy sources and infrastructure. EVs are not fully green if electricity comes from fossil fuels or if battery production is not sustainable. Till we have these improvements in place, we cannot call EVs as green. Have fingers crossed. So friends, thanks a lot for watching the video. Do hope you find this video useful. Do share your views, comments, suggestions in the comment section. Goodbye friends and see you soon.
Thank you.